In the Loop at the Hat Callback.
All right, the callback is a segment in which we bring back a topic from Bloomberg Television with an update today. Zachary and Cody Vichinsky, they are the co-founders of Bespoke Real Estate. The topic, super high-end Hamptons real estate. Gentlemen, great to have you with us here in the studio. Zachary, Cody, Vichinsky, why did you decide to start your own firm?
I'll take it. We decided to start our own firm because there is a tremendous demand for really special and amazing properties, and we found the service commensurate with that demand to be inadequate. So we felt the timing was right. We felt that our work ethic was unique in our particular market, so we really wanted to provide a level of service and create a very unique experience for our clients, both on the buy and sell side.
Is this because, Zachary, they're not being served by the current brokerage operations? I mean, it seems as though they've been spending a lot of money over the last couple of years, and there's no reason why you can't spend millions with one versus the other. Is this because you have exclusives?
Well, our business model is a little bit different than everybody else's, and we took a very hard look at every aspect of a real estate transaction that is tailored to our core clientele, which is $10 million and up. And we felt that along the line, there were certain portions of the transaction that just were antiquated. The systems were antiquated. The level of service has been antiquated.
What would be an example of something like that?
Conventionally, a real estate broker's, mission is to collect as many exclusives as possible, and hopefully a large percentage of those exclusives sell and others will fall to the wayside. Our business model has been very different in the fact that we hand select just the best. We work with the best. We only want to work with the best on the buy side and the sell side. And doing this and taking a quality over quantity approach allows us to myopically focus in on one of our clients' properties and come up with a strategy and a marketing campaign that's exclusive for that property. We look at it bespoke in every aspect of the word, where it's not a one-size-fits-all business, and that's in some essence we felt that for a long time. And a property on the ocean demands a very different marketing platform and campaign than a property north of the highway that backs a horse farm.
Cody, wonder if you can give us some examples of what you get for $10 million or more. So tell us about some of the properties, the amenities.
Well, I think that there's certainly different echelons above $10 million and up.
Let's start with $10 million.
$10 million, I think you're getting a really great home, depending on the location. It could be new. It could be 10 years old.
What kind of square footage are we talking about?
It really varies across the board. I think when you're talking in our geographical focus, for $10 million, you could be getting a great home that's 10 years old, that's a mile and a half from the beach, or you could be getting something that's on the ocean. It just happens to be a much smaller home, much smaller parcel. So I think when you're looking at $10 million, there's a lot of directions it can go. And then as you go above and beyond that price point, the air gets much thinner. And you get to the 20s and 30s and beyond, there's really a much more limited inventory in which you could place the money.
Zachary, can you give us an idea of what you've got in inventory right now? Just tell us about some of the homes.
We launched the company successfully about a week ago, and we're happy to say we've launched with about $350 million in inventory that's $10 million and up only. We represent a large quantity of very high-end custom homes that are being built without an owner, so speculative homes.
So what would be an example of one of these properties?
We have a compound situation that we're putting on the market in Sagaponack the end of the week. It's going to be a compound of 2 homes and a recreational pavilion with massage room, staff quarters, spa, pool, tennis, putting green, backing your own 16 acres of reserve that faces west adjacent to additional reserve. Again, we're putting that on for close to $60 million.
$60 million?
Correct.
What is the commission on $60 million net?
It varies. The commissions always vary, and I feel a large part of the success that my brother and I have had, and another principal foundation of Bespoke, is that our job is not to get hung up on the commission. Our job is to sell a product for our client or sell a product to our client, and we find ourselves bridging gaps in a lot of ways to make things work. And, our level of service goes far beyond us just counting the chips.
Cody, is this all for vacation homes, or are these sometimes properties designed for people that want to live there all year round?
That's a great question. I think typically the Hamptons is certainly associated with a seasonal community, but more and more, especially at this level, people are using these homes as a place where they can come out during the holiday seasons. They can get away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Geographically, it's probably the closest vacation destination to Manhattan. So I think that the community out there is transient, no doubt, but it's certainly changing towards more of a full-time. It could be a second home or a third home or a 25th home for all that we know, but people are certainly spending a lot more time there year-round.
You mentioned a property in Sagaponack, and Cody, I'm wondering if you could just describe some of the other areas that are featured in the sort of the growth of the market right now, and what distinguishes them.
We particularly focus south of the highway, and the highway is a delineator for the Hamptons. It's north or south of the highway. We focus primarily from Southampton to East Hampton, and use an example of Southampton where we are representing some really amazing new homes that just came on the market that are going to be in the low to high 20s, $20 million. That are
low to high 20s.
Correct.
What do you get for low to high 20s in a new construction?
You get a beautiful, one-of-a-kind architectural gem that's somewhat transitional in nature, where it's combining the elements of the Hamptons from a traditional Hamptons-style home with very contemporary.
But I mean, you get a pool. How many bedrooms?
You get a 12,000 square foot house. As much bedrooms as you can fit in that. You get a massive pool, a tennis court, deeded ocean access, water views on both sides. You're really getting something that's special and unique and very difficult to duplicate.
I want to thank you, gentlemen, very much. Congratulations on your new venture. Zachary and Cody Vichinsky, the co-founders of Bespoke Real Estate.